These people crazy? No, we
You
can't
know,
allow it. Marcia. We can't allow
we
this.
can't. And this is very interesting, because as I look at this case here, the more I look at it, and I'm looking forward to what Mr. Clark is going to say on Saturday, at this solidarity walk, because the more I am, and I'm eager to hear what he has to say. The more I look at it, I'm saying that, can you imagine if the cybercrime bill was in effect, if it had gone and become law,
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie would be in jail tonight.
Because certainly could pay the $100,000.
But remember, hold a minute, that people don't realize that it is or and
Or both.
it can be
Both.
both. It can be 100,000, or 10 years in jail, or a
Or both.
hundred thousand and 10 years in jail. And they're saying this was such a serious misconduct.
Mm-hmm.
What are the possibilities that it could be that he could be in jail? It's not far fetched. This is serious, and this is why what is happening to Mr. Clark here, guys. I was thinking about the Montgomery bus, in Alabama. You remember that? The
Yes.
the Montgomery bus boycott,
Yes.
right? When that one woman, Rosa Parks, decided to sit down in the bus that day
At the
and not,
front.
yeah,
Move.
and not move, not move. You see, what we have to look at is the fact that how the people in that area, that time, how it worked, Mr. Babb and viewers, because as you read the history of it, thousands of people moved as one.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they had the same message. So though they were not the person in the bus, they identified with the person in the bus.
They understood it could
Rosa
have been
Parks.
them. Yes.
They
Yes.
say that again, Mr. Bob.
They understood that that person could have been them.
And that's what's not happening here in Barbados.
No, it is like this. It is like this cutthroat approach to life. How can we were always known as Barbados as our neighbor, our brother's keeper. We were always known in Barbados as a good neighbor who will share with each other. The neighbor's children cannot go hungry if we have extra breadfruits in the tree. I know my mom cooked and then put in anybody, but when she finished cooked and some person passed, they got some of it. But they will say, I am put in, but I take care of.
Hmm.
That is how we operated. But now we have a situation in Barbados where everybody seems to be grabbing and holding here for themselves. With little, it doesn't involve me, so let me stay out of it. That is not the Barbadian way. And this government has promoted it because it serves them to divide and rule this country at such a stage that if I'm getting something, let me hold on to it and don't bother about the other person.
Yeah. And basically that's what's happening here. When I saw somebody come on in the comment section and said, let the man move on, and
That
forget
is
about
sickening.
this.
Can we
And
let people move on?
can you imagine if the community did not come around Rosa Parks? And that's the thing. And we talk about, oh, the Montgomery bus boycott, and you
And we
go to
celebrate that
America,
history. Yes.
and you go to America, and you can sit your black self down.
Anywhere.
You sit your black self. I'm black. Your black self down on a bus beside white people, and you are now talking about let Ronnie let him forget and go off in the sunset.
No. You're telling me, I understood. am I understanding that he will not be compensated for the 25 years or 20 plus years that he was there?
But that is what it appears that they're trying to do. And I'm
This is so
saying
evil.
it's evil, but this is what I am saying, that if Barbadians understand this, understand the power of unity. The power of unity. The power of unity will move the terror from among us.
Yes.
The power of unity will drive out tyranny from among us. The power of unity will drive out dictatorship from among us. The power of unity will push back on the censorship of people and the taking of our free speech. That's what the power of unity will do. And that is what happened with the Montgomery bus boycott. You understand? They came together, they had one message. What is the message that we are going out there with? What is the message? We want free speech in Barbados. We want fair treatment, no censorship. Understand that. That's why together we are coming together as one. And we are walking for together for freedom, together for freedom in Barbados, freedom of association. Why are people being maligned and victimized by this government if they're aligned to any other party that is not
Other
their
there's
party?
yes, yes.
There is a problem. You could do all you want and say all you want in this country. Mayor Motley must understand, it is the truth. Your own people are afraid
Of
of
you,
associating with any
Eddie
group
Bubble,
that
yes.
is not your group. There is a problem. That's why together we are crying out for freedom in this country. That's why the people who love Mr. Clark are still afraid of coming out to hold his hand, because
And
the
the
freedom of
artists, and you
association.
see, and this is what they've done. They've commandeered the artists. So they got, you see a certain group of artists sing for them,
Yes,
and they cannot associate with this march, you know. I dare any one of them
they
to show
can't.
their faces. No, but you know they have to toe the line. You cannot exist as an artist like that. You cannot exist when one of your brothers, are being treated this way, and because you are getting a little extra or working on a retainer contract. I know that happened in the last election with the Democratic Labour Party, where none of them could have signed any song. You can't find none to perform at any cultural event for the Democratic Labour Party. That is what we came to.
And these are the things,
But if,
Mr. Black.
but Marcy, if all of them would decide that get on, that even those that sign on their on at their conference sign the song that they had, that you put some lashes in, that you twist up and tear up and rip up, I probably
Yes,
hearing it now.
Michelle, yeah. Michelle did that,
If
yeah.
all of them decide no, this is not, and decide no, no, we have to stand the run because it affects us. What are they gonna do for all of them? Then no one way to sing for them. You understand? But that is the as you said, the power of community. Oh,
You know,
I
I,
don't know.
and as we close, I want to say, guys, that this walk is not, it's not about one person alone,
No.
because you're experiencing it. If you live in a country and you're afraid to say the political party that you want to support, you find that you're afraid to tell people that I support the DLP, or I support NNP, or I support Lynette's party, or the APP, or any other
Yes.
party. If you find that you are afraid to do that, there is a problem, because the Constitution says there should be freedom of
Association.
association,
Right. Yes.
and people are afraid to associate, and they are lifting up Mr. Clark and putting him up on a tree and lynching him in the middle of town for everybody to see, so that they will not. Don't you dare associate with the wrong people, because you will be lynched.
Hmm.
That's what they are saying. Ronnie is the spark, but the true fire is the people's rights. So the artists need to come out, journalists,
Need to come up. Yeah.
lawyers, church leaders, influencers. Ask yourself the question, why are they moving the reason? Why they keep changing and adding things?
Yes.
Huh?
But even the journalists, when they write any story, they got to be vet. They have to vet it that it don't offend the government. What is wrong with speaking the truth?
You see,
Marcia, I don't know.
yeah, you know, it is a kind of selfishness. It's a selfishness that, has us where we are at right now. It is that
Yes.
level of selfishness that somebody could come on here. We have other things that we want to talk about, but this
Hmm.
is what is current. We have PowerPoints, we have research that has been done, right? But it is important, folks, we don't miss this moment, and that we are able to put it in the context of the cyber crime bill, which is, we are celebrating that cyber crime bill, 1 year that people went to Washington on your behalf, trying to protect your rights. And here it is. This man is here, and you could tell that they know they're telling lies. They know they're telling lies. That's why they keep changing. The story keeps changing. Over and over, the story is being changed. And yes, Angela, we're going to pray. But the Montgomery bus boycott that allows you and I to go and sit down, our black selves, in on the buses in America, was not solved only by prayer. And I know you couldn't be saying that you're not saying that we're only to pray, but we're not going to only pray. It's not going. We did not get the cybercrime bill into the garbage by praying alone. It was action. We had to raise money, get on a plane, get to Washington, organize all of that, get a lawyer to work free for us. All of that had to happen. Mr. Babb, I'll give the last word to you, sir.
I'm just going to say that this situation that has, yeah, been dominated the news as it relates to the announcer slash Ronnie is a wake up call to every single Barbadian. You have to be strict guardians of your freedom of association and freedom of speech. And if one person among you, among us, is treated this way, it should offend all of us. Because tomorrow we can be in a similar situation. And we have to be guardians of our democracy and our freedom. And I'm hoping that those persons who feel strongly about it will stand up and show, because this is a moment where we have to say to those persons in the private sector, in government, that this is not the way to treat a fellow Barbadian. And I'm encouraging everybody to turn up to the march, or let me see, the solidarity walk, in solidarity of this situation.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Babb.